Today we're gonna react to Zack films, but it's a 19-minute vid of peak fiction. POV, you're a hitman hired to kill your own son from his story.
The way I heard it go down was that my teenage son, Jimmy Boy, was standing in the middle of the scorching hot desert with a gun in his hands, a man on his knees in front of him, and no way out of a terrible situation. If I had been there, none of this would have happened.
AW gun though. This is definitely real, y'all.
The man on his knees was named Sal Vittori. Please, I swear I didn't steal it. Why would I start a war between us? Aiden Byrne, the head of a local Irish gang, put his hand on my son's shoulder. The hand of a man who had claimed my son as his own. Listen to me, boy. This is your chance to show us what you're made of. Sal wept.
What?
Please, I have kids and grandkids for Christ's sake. I never stole from your gang.
His story really made him so important that he has grandkids and kids and all that stuff.
Aiden's
I like that.
trigger-happy wife, Kaylee, stepped up beside them. Can we cut this one's head off and go bowling with it?
Yo, Kaylee! You damn psychopath, bruh.
Aiden laughed. Whatever you want to do, darling. Sweat poured down my lost son's face. His 17-year-old hands were shaking, and every part of him that was still human was in direct conflict with every part of him that just wanted to belong to something and be cool.
I don't know how people can just casually kill. It's just, what are you doing? You know what I mean, bruh?
Son stood up straighter and tried to dig deep and find what he thought was strength. He stood there for a long moment with the gun against Sal's head.
Dude,
and what I consider a miracle, he couldn't do it. His arm dropped. He stepped back and stared down at the ground in shame. I'm sorry. Aiden went ice cold. Then he did something that haunts me when I think about it. He put his hand against my son's cheek the way a father does, pulled him in and kissed him on the forehead. Aiden took the gun from Jimmy Boy's hands and passed it on to Kaylee.
Yo, Kaylee. Nah, I know she's about to pull the trigger immediately.
She took it with the manic smile of someone who lived to kill and got off on power. She pulled the trigger and emptied the clip into the rest of Sal just for fun.
Guys, do not trust these girls, bro. These psychotic gang member girls, bro. Just for fun.
But they had literally no idea someone was watching, because behind a large rock 50 yards away, a man from the Reconnecting family saw the whole thing. From the angle where he was crouched down, Kaylee's smaller frame was hidden in front of my son's body. All he saw was a young man with a gun doing the shooting, and that's what he reported back to my handler.
No, wait. Because, yeah, the title is POV, you're a hitman hired to kill your own son. Don't tell me he mistakes his own son.
Lou called me immediately while I was
oh my gosh, it's his story.
I got one last job for you. My little brother Sal was just taken out by the Byrne gang. Lou choked back tears. I had never heard him like that. I have a guy that told me some new recruit named Jimmy Boy did it. I want you to kill this Jimmy Boy fella and send a message. I'll pay you double your normal wage. This one's personal for me. You've taken good care of me all these years, so why not go out in a blaze of glory, right? That's the man I know. But before I even realized what I agreed to, Dr. Harding slid my medical file to me across his desk like he was handing me a parking ticket. I'm sorry to say it, but the x-ray shows that your tumor has grown to the point of no return.
Oh my gosh. Now we have a conflict of this guy that should he continue to kill that person with the tumor?
There's no easy way to say this.
Oh my gosh.
You probably have a week at most to live.
Bro, his story loves making these characters so emotional and such high stakes, y'all. Like, bro is about to die. We're already in 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the video.
I stayed still. Wasn't expecting to hear an expiration date on my life.
It's pretty scary if it happened to me or you.
We could try another round of chemo if you want. Up to you. Nah, I'll pass. I stood up. It's been good knowing you, Doc.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna yo, his story, bro. Yo, you are jacked, bro. Why is your shirt imprinted of your body? Like, you got your chest here. Bro has an 8-pack for sure.
Just a warning. You might start losing your faculties before you go. Enough with all the good news. He grinned as I left. I drove to my ex-wife Lucy's place the next morning. She opened the door, saw my face, and slammed it shut again.
Hey, bro, don't trust these girls, y'all, alright?
I stood on the porch and knocked until she opened up. Listen, I know you hate me, but I got a week to live. Probably less. Lucy's eyes were red from crying as I followed her in. Why do you look more sad than me? She fixed herself a drink. It's been 10 years. You really think I want to start opening up to you now?
Damn, bro, she looks scary, bro. You married her? Holy, no wonder why you got a divorce. Gosh.
You really think I want to start opening up to you now? She had a good point. I'd carried the reason for leaving like a stone in my gut for a decade.
Bro, I went to grab the milk, y'all.
Telling myself it was the only way to keep them safe from what I had become. I just wanted to see you and James one last time. That's all. Well, you're gonna have to go to the Irish pub if you want to see him and call him by his new name. Jimmy Boy. I dropped my glass.
POV, you're a hitman hired to kill your own son. Oh my god, chills, bro. What would y'all do in that situation, bro? You know how extreme and absurd your situation is? Like, genuinely, like, that's so insane.
You're crying because our son's trying to join the Irish mafia? How did you know that? Don't worry about that. Why the hell didn't you stop him? Because he's completely out of control. Maybe if you had been around the last 10 years,
oh, that's damn. The tables have been turned on y'all.
And why do you care all of a sudden? Because I've been hired to do one last job. Kill our son.
Oh! Imagine saying that. Oh, that's pretty tragic,
She
y'all.
dropped her glass. I walked into the who, then letting my gun do all the talking. I sat at a booth and ordered a drink when Aiden approached me in the way dangerous men do when they're deciding whether you're
Oh my gosh, this is the guy we saw earlier that telling Jimmy Boy to just kill him.
gonna be useful or just a problem. How you doing? All right, you? I'm peachy. Thanks. Then the back door.
I'm gonna have to say, instead of saying I'm good to a how are you question, I'm gonna be like, I'm peachy. What kind of response is
And Jimmy Boy walked in. I hadn't seen him in 10 years, and holy crap did he grow. He looked right at me, then looked away, not recognizing me at all. That one stung. He sat nearby and was wearing a Rams hat. Rams fan, huh? Yeah, even his voice had gotten deeper. Have you always been a Rams fan? I love football. Cool. Jimmy Boy looked at me like I was a weirdo.
What the okay, now you're weird, bro. Bro was just trying to spark this conversation and you're like, ugh.
Then walked off.
That's weird.
Aiden glared, then leaned
Bro
closer
is
to
too
me. Why you
ego.
trying so hard to talk to my son? Your son? Yeah. You some kind of perv? I should.
Whoa, Gideon!
Vibe from you, pal. I think you better see yourself out. I haven't finished my drink. Aiden got right in my face. I won't ask again. His henchman, Connor, approached from behind me with a menacing stare. It's ironic that you called
NPC ass stance. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
son, since he's actually my son. By blood. Aiden sat back, waved Connor away, and smiled. Jimmy Boy turned towards me when he heard that and took a closer look. My dad's been dead to me for 10 years.
ooh, wow, that's tragic, bro. Hearing that news and then later you find out about him. Yo, what is the plot twist to this video, bro? There's no way he actually kills him in the end, bro. Yo, his story. He's known for good storytelling, so let's see what it's about.
But I just want a few words with you, that's all. My son's eyes darted at Aiden, searching for permission. Aiden gave it to him. We sat in a booth, but Aiden and Kaylee were nearby, listening in. I just stared at him, taking in who he's become. Would you quit staring so hard?
That's a little bit creepy, bro.
Creeping me out.
Okay, yes.
In closer to
Whoa.
him. You mind if we go somewhere private? Yeah, I do mind. Aiden and Kaylee are my real parents. They actually care about
Oh, Kaylee's the
I
mom,
covered
bro. She looks like a daughter.
how much that one hurt. All right, so how's school going? I dropped out in the 7th grade.
To join the Irish Mafia. Guys, do not be like Jimmy Boy. Do not drop out of school to join a mafia or some gang.
I grinded my teeth. Why'd you do that? Because I felt like it.
Yo, Jimmy Boy. Damn, ain't no Jimmy Boy. This Jimmy Man, bro.
Easy with the attitude. I'm just trying to get to know you. It's way too late for that. What was your name again? I felt Aiden and Kaylee watching us from the bar,
my
listening
gosh.
to every word.
I mean, they are kind of right there, so.
Look, just give me a chance to make it right between us. Let's go and get a bite to eat and let me explain some things. Aiden and Kaylee slid into the booth.
Oh my, yeah, you're cooked, bro. You got a whole family in front of you.
I unhooked the leather strap on my gun holster. Do you mind? We're trying to have a conversation here.
Wait, isn't that, yo, the freaking henchman definitely saw this. There's no way you just did this.
I heard, and I want to interrupt because while you're telling him about yourself and all that crap, I want to know, what do you do for a living? None of your damn business.
Okay, yeah, see that, yo, that's a rookie hitman, bro. You do not want to escalate the situation. None of your
I gripped onto my gun and stared directly into the bastard's eyes. Aiden and Kaylee both lowered their hands below the table and did the same.
Bro, this is a whole gun off, bro. Like those cowboys doing a 1v1.
Jimmy Boy froze as Connor and 2 more Irish mobsters approached.
Like, yo, Connor's literally right there. Bro, if I was Connor, bro, I'm pulling the trigger. Come on, bro. Like, you see a guy, but come on. Like, you know what I mean?
I was outgunned and outmanned, but I didn't budge. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to get the f out of my bar, or your son will see your brains get splattered like a painting on that wall behind you. I thought about just going out, guns blazing right now, but remembered that I had to save my son, and this wasn't the smart way to do it. So, I stood up and started walking towards the front door. On my way out, I heard Aiden call me a muppet. I drove away with my hands gripped tightly on the wheel.
He want his revenge, bro. He ain't going like a witch, bro. He's about to get his get back.
And was getting blurry from the tumor pushing in on the back of my eyes. I was happy in a way though, because I saw a flicker of curiosity in my son's eyes.
Hey, I like how his story kept in the tumor part and then didn't just like brush it off.
That was all I needed. An hour later, I got an urgent call from Lucy. Someone's in my house. I'm hiding in the closet.
Oh my gosh. Now you're gonna beg for his help.
Later, I could hear the closet door swing open and Lucy scream out,
Yo.
"Get your hands off of me." I heard her get slammed down onto the hardwood floors, so I hit the gas and headed over to her house. By the time I had arrived, I found her in a daze on the floor, with a black eye and a busted up nose. It was one of those Irish assholes. I tried to stop him, but he stole Jimmy Boy's birth certificate out of the safe.
Yo, wait, why?
I helped her up and realized Aiden wanted to verify that I was Jimmy Boy's real father, and he got my real name. That meant Aiden would now easily find out that I was a hired gun for the Riccozzi family.
Wait, that's bad. If they find out who he actually is, things can get heated.
Night, I followed the gang in their Cadillac to a house party across town and stopped at the dollar store on the way. I got a sombrero.
Bro thinks he's on the team, bro. What kind of disguise is this?
And a curled fake.
I know this is so cinematic, but bro, ain't no way this disguise actually works.
Mustache. Not my most sophisticated disguise,
yeah,
but
okay,
it
at
got
least
me
he
through
says
the
it.
door. I moved through the party with people giving me sideways looks, and I patiently waited for my opportunity. Jimmy Boy finally headed into the bathroom alone, and I followed him in.
Yo!
Disguise. Look, I just needed to tell you, I'm really sorry about everything I've done. I screwed up so bad, but believe it or not, I really do love the hell out of you, kid. And I want to make sure that you know what you're getting into. He was speechless. Then the door busted open, and
oh my gosh, is it Kaylee?
Cute teenage girl barged in. Jimmy Boy smiled and wrapped his arm around her.
Who's that? Is that the daughter?
This is Kyler, my girlfriend.
Oh.
I shook her hand, choked back tears of pride. It's great to meet you. This is my bio dad. I stopped cold. He called me dad.
Oh my gosh, bio dad. Hey, Jimmy Boy's actually having character development, y'all. Hey, yo, his story, bro. Yo, frick Zack Films. His story the way.
Yeah, bio dad, but I'll take it. Then I turned to see Aiden and
oh my
Connor
gosh.
approaching.
No, you gotta hide. You gotta hide. Oh my gosh.
As I was climbing out the window, I got my son's attention. If these people were your real family, they'd want the best for you. Just think about that. I snuck out before Aiden and Connor arrived.
Does he get caught?
Made it down the street, looked back.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Saw my son standing on the balcony with his girlfriend. I smiled to myself. They make a great couple.
He got a girl. Hey!
I had a fantasy of them getting married one day, and I'd be there in the front row in my tux. Then a harsh pain coursed through my body, bringing me back to my lovely reality. I pulled up in my driveway and noticed that my front door was slightly open, and I heard faint sounds of strange classical music coming from somewhere inside my house.
What? I like this. I like how it's different. It's not super intense cinematic all the time. Now we have some looks like to be a funny bit. Is it though?
I don't own any classical music. I drew my gun, knowing full well that Aiden had sent one of his henchmen to take me out. Once he found out who I was, he sure as hell didn't waste any time. I entered my house and
NPC at walk. Hold on, right here. Look at his back. Hold up.
Sure as hell didn't waste any time. I entered my house and searched through the living room, then very carefully went down the hallway. I kicked open the door to the bathroom to see nobody. Then I shoved open the guest bedroom door to see.
Bro is investigating his own house.
No one. The eerie classical music was growing louder. Someone was obviously trying to bait me into a trap. Then I saw my bedroom door slowly creak open by an inch.
Oh my gosh.
The music was coming from my bedroom, and someone turned the volume up on it.
What is this?
In the door and rushed in to see no one.
Now it's
but
intense.
A small Irish leprechaun doll sitting on my pillow, blinking and playing classical music through a speaker in its mouth. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the bottom of my bedroom closet door, slightly open by half an inch. I swung the closet door open and stepped aside. A bullet flew past my head and went into the wall. The sound of it made me temporarily deaf. I saw a massive tattooed Irishman, so I disarmed his gun.
Hey, I love your storytelling. Your structure is amazing and all that, but you could work on the choreography and, you know, the fighting scenes. What the hell was that?
Aimed mine at his head, but he smacked my gun out of my hand.
What? Hey, nah, I don't care. That just, honestly, it makes it funny.
Before I could fire. We wrestled around the room and crashed into the walls and knocked over side tables.
Okay, hold up.
He landed hard on the ground with his weight crushing down on me.
Does he get him?
I had to ask, does this weird Beethoven Lucky Charms usually work for you? Yup. Most people aren't smart enough to check the closet when they see his smiling little face.
What the hell?
I kneed him in the nuts and he clawed at my eyes. I shoved his hand out of my face and bit his hand. He slammed an elbow across my jaw. Then I remembered that I had taped one of my strategically placed knives under my mattress.
Bro got plot armor. Yeah, I like yo. Bro got plot armor.
I grabbed it and stuck it through his chest. He stared into my eyes in shock. Who keeps a hunting knife under their bed?
That sounds insane. Bro got plot armor. That's it, bro.
An ex-Marine with about 1,000 enemies.
What?
Makes sense. Good one. He died as his eyes stayed open, and the eerie classical music still played from the Leprechaun doll.
What did I just watch, bro? Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
A few hours later, after I cleaned everything up and iced my face, I started taking painkillers by the handful. My body aches were getting worse.
What, Jimmy Boy?
I perked up a little when Jimmy Boy came over, looked around and sat across from me. What's with the heavy scent of pine sol and incense? I had the stench of an evil little leprechaun here earlier. Had to get rid of the smell. Can I get you something to drink? Soda? Water? How about a beer? Nope, you're underage. So look, I work for the Reconnecting Mafia as a hired gun. His cousin, Sal, was recently killed by your Irish pals. Did you pull the trigger? I was supposed to, but I couldn't go through with it.
Oh my gosh.
Kaylee ended up doing it instead. I let out a sigh of relief. Jimmy Boy looked away, embarrassed. Look, this path you're on is no good, says the hired gun. I've made my own bad choices that you don't have to follow. All I want is for you to be safe. Come with me right now and let's skip town. I'll get you set up wherever you want. He shook his head. I'm sorry, but my whole life is here. I can't. Besides, I'm in love with Kyler.
Oh, that's true. He
I
can't.
couldn't blame him for not wanting to leave. It just meant that the only way I could ensure his safety was to take out the entire Irish gang.
And he's about to die in less than a week, bro. Like, the stakes are really here, bro. That's what I really like about his story. The stakes are here. I don't know how Jimmy Boy just got in, but like the stakes, they reinforce things that happened earlier. That's really good. Like, that's how you know it's good storytelling. His story, bro, beats Zack films for sure.
All right, try to stay away from the pub until I sort this out. Aiden won't let me. If I spend the night anywhere else, he has Connor outside guarding me. He sees me like a son. Fine. But when guns go blazing, you need to find the nearest exit. You feel me?
Oh my gosh, no way. Bro, it's about to do a 1v20, bro. Oh my gosh.
Fear in his eyes. I realized that I was better off at a motel, so I packed a bag and headed out. It wouldn't be long before Aiden sent another assassin once he finds out what I did to his guy. I settled in and returned Lou's call. Look, the situation just became a lot more complicated. What does that mean? I found out that Jimmy Boy wasn't the one that pulled the trigger. Kaylee Byrne is responsible. No, that can't be true.
Oh my gosh. No.
My sources have confirmed that it was Jimmy Boy.
My sources, bruh. Bro just saw Jimmy Boy and then a gun, bruh.
Your sources are wrong. Fine. Then I need you to kill Jimmy Boy and Kaylee and Aiden.
Oh, all three? Holy.
The leader's taken out. No one gets away with what they did to my brother. He hung up on me, and then I felt my hands start tingling.
I mean, bro's gotta take the entire army, take out the leader. He's about to start a whole war in this mafia gang block, y'all.
The body aches kept coming in waves in a battle with the painkillers. I tried to sleep it off, but all I did was roll around and soak the sheets in sweat. A couple hours later, Jimmy Boy called me. Aiden wants to bury the hatchet and have you come over to the pub for dinner tonight. He thinks we can all come to some sort of a resolution.
No way. Dude, I don't know what's gonna happen, but my predictions are, I feel like his story is about to sacrifice his life, bro. I don't know. With his story, anything can happen, though.
Could he be any more obvious about this being a trap?
Yeah, that's definitely a trap.
There was dead silence on the other end, which told me that Aiden was probably standing right next to him. Tell him that I'd be honored to be his dinner guest.
Wait. He's about to reverse the situation. I'm gonna go. And I'm boom.
Drove over to the Irish pub, parked in the back alley, and cut out their power with a remote device.
Yeah, he got plot armor. He got plot armor.
Kaylee and Connor all came out front, guns drawn.
Okay, these are some rookie mafia members. Who the hell just comes in the front with guns ready to be used? Like,
I used the distraction to go around to the back of the bar and stash weapons in different hiding spots next to the dumpster. I headed out to my storage unit and loaded up on ammo and hardware.
Ex-Marine here, y'all. Has a hunting knife under his bed, by the way.
Met me there. Listen up. After I take care of business over at the pub, I'm gonna need you to get out of town with Jimmy Boy and his girlfriend. I can set you up with enough money for a few years, and I have a friend in the Midwest that'll take you all in. She agreed. What are you going to do? What do you think?
Bro's about to sacrifice his life. Oh my gosh, we're about to get to the good part, y'all.
I took her hand. I want you to know that I never stopped loving you. The real reason I left was that I really felt that it was the only way to keep you and Jimmy safe and away from the life I've lived. I was wrong, and leaving both of you will be the biggest
my
regret of my life.
gosh. Oh, it's so
One day you can forgive
Bro, you better cry. Oh my God. Yo, his story, bro.
wiped a tear away and hugged me. What I found out later
yo.
is that before I arrived for dinner, Aiden pulled my son aside and told him that tonight was the night he proved himself worthy of the gang. One job. Put a bullet in his father's head. I was a liability, and I had to go. And if Jimmy Boy failed, Aiden would take Kyler out, put a bullet in her head, and bury her in the desert.
What are we? Yeah, see, this is why you don't join mafias, y'all.
My son was 17 years old, and the man who'd been his whole world for the past several
And that, by the way, that's his father figure.
years was pointing a gun at the girl he loved and calling it loyalty. Aiden and Kaylee greeted me as I walked in. What are you drinking? Anything. Connor patted me down for any weapons and escorted me to a seat directly across from Aiden. Jimmy Boy sat near me as Connor and Dylan stood guard right behind me. Aiden sized me up as Kaylee gave me a drink. I twisted my glass to face the exact angle where I could see the reflection of Connor and Dylan standing behind me. Aiden tapped
Oh my gosh. Hey, that's a foreshadow event. He's about to use that reflection and about to do something with it.
his glass to get my attention. Has Jimmy Boy told you how we met? Nope. It's a beautiful story. He was 9 years old and played baseball on my son's team. Aiden glanced over at a picture of Calvin, a cool-looking 9-year-old kid that looked
Calvin. But that looks like exactly like Jimmy Boy. What?
a lot like Jimmy Boy.
Yeah, okay,
They used to
there.
be best friends. He used to come over to our house and the two of them would toss the baseball in the backyard for hours. Then our son caught an errant bullet from a drive-by. Chechen gangsters. 6 months later, I found every Chechen and their family members and removed them from the planet. Why the hell are you telling me this? I just need you to know that there's nothing I won't do to hold on to Jimmy Boy here. He's all we have left that reminds us of our lost boy. So, I'm gonna give you two choices. You can leave town and don't ever contact your son again. Or you can die a bloody, long, miserable death right here in this pub. We will beat and torture you unlike anything you've ever experienced, and we'll force your boy to watch before he stands above you and pulls the trigger and puts you out of your misery.
Oh my, yo, the stakes are high right now. Jimmy Boy about to put a bullet into his bio father. And then now there's guns all pointed at his story.
I'll give you 30 seconds to mull it over. I stared straight at him. You're lying because if I left town, you'd spend every resource imaginable coming after me, and you know it. I'm a dead man either way. Aiden smiled. I admire your intelligence. Before I could say
Ooh,
anything
I didn't even
else,
think of that.
I went completely blind in my right eye and lost feeling in my left hand.
Oh my gosh, lost feelings. Bro, the tumor is going crazy.
On top of that, my painkillers had completely worn off.
Oh
Lucky
my
me.
gosh.
On the bright side, at least it wasn't my shooting hand that lost all feeling. All I can say is, you and your entire gang can all off and die.
Yup, something's crazy about to happen, y'all. Something's
When
crazy.
you're all dead and buried, I'll stop by the cemetery every Sunday and piss on all of your graves.
Yo!
Pointed at Aiden. And I'll save an extra special treat for you. I'll shit all over your grave and sing an Irish lullaby while I do it.
Yo!
Aiden turned red, signaling
Yeah, you're
to Connor
triggering.
with his eyes. Through the reflection of my glass, I saw Connor draw his gun and aim it at the back of my head. With all the energy I had left, I swung knocked the gun out
Oh!
of Connor's hand, leaped
Now-
over a table,
oh!
and rushed out of the back door. I ran out back towards an area near the dumpster, reached down and pulled out 2 handguns. I waited by the edge of the dumpster.
Wait, I don't know how he's able to escape just like dying loud shoot. Bro, casually just ran out. It's all good, it's all
Connor
good.
and Dylan came out, guns firing. A bullet grazed my arm. I breathed
Ay,
a few
she
times
bye.
and tried to get my bearings
That
with
hurts.
only one of my eyes
That hurts.
working. Severe pain was shooting up through my spine at random times. I gritted my teeth, aimed around the corner of the
Oos,
dumpster,
oos.
and fired back at their position.
Insane.
Connor and Dylan took cover behind the back door to the bar. Both of us traded gunfire back and forth several times. Then I ran out of ammo on both guns,
Oh, no.
dropped them, rushed around to the other side
Okay.
of the pub, and took out another gun I had hidden under a garbage can. I waited for Connor to come around the edge of the
Did
building
he?
wall.
Ready?
Then blew off
Ooh! Okay, that's one down. One more to
Dylan
go.
stepped out from behind the edge of the wall, and I took him out with a bullet to the eye. Kaylee
These amateur ab mafia members. Hello? Yo, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Sorry, I don't know I'm in the peak moment, but look at this, y'all. Bro, okay,
stepped
he's
out
walking
from
out,
behind
right?
The edge of the wall.
What kind of standoff is this? Where is bro looking at?
Took
Yo!
him out with a bullet to the
Alright.
eye. Kaylee came rushing out, shooting
With the goofy run!
a machine gun and screaming like an Irish banshee. She saw me and unloaded on my position. Tons of bullets ricocheted off of the back fence, the dumpster, and the wall. I caught a bullet to the shoulder and another one to the side.
Ah, that
Grimaced in
hurts.
pain
That
as
hurts.
blood
That's
spilled
gotta
out of me.
hurt.
I tried to hide behind the dumpster, but bullets kept bouncing off of everything.
Oh my gosh, please, the wife, come in clutch and shoot the girl.
Then it stopped abruptly. I waited for Kaylee to reload, stepped out, and put a bullet in her neck.
Where'd you get the M50, the M15? What the, or M60, whatever this gun is.
She clutched her throat, dropped down in agony as Aiden came running out and saw her. He knelt down and tried to stop the
Why would you kneel down mid-battle, bro?
bleeding. I fired at him and missed. He yelled out.
Oh my gosh, he missed point blank. Oh my god.
Guttural rage and fired his M16. He caught me with 2 shots in the gut and the chest.
Yeah,
I
he's
hit
gone.
the ground and choked up blood. He walked over
gone.
to me casually, stuck his gun in my face. Then a bullet rang out.
Oh my gosh.
And nailed him in the back.
Oh! Jimmy Boy in the house! Yeah!
Like an Irish
I did
sack
not
of
see that
potatoes.
coming.
Jimmy Boy had snuck up behind him and pulled the trigger. He sat down on the pavement next to me and held my hand.
I knew his story is about a sacrifice of life, but Jimmy Boy coming in clutch.
I touched the side of his face and smiled. I'm proud of you, kiddo. He choked back tears. I'm sorry it had to be this way, Dad.
Nice tears you got there.
I got choked up. I'm happy you didn't call me Bio Dad. We shared
Bio
a smile.
Dad.
Promise me you'll leave with your mom and go and become an accountant or do some other boring job, will you? He
Boy,
smiled.
go back to the 9 to 5, bro.
You got it. I love you, kid. Then I heard a car slam on its brakes and Lou got out, aiming his gun at Jimmy Boy.
No,
Don't
wait,
do it
no. What the plot twist?
Please. Lou was trembling. No one takes out my little brother and gets away with it. He started to pull the trigger at my boy. I sat up with the few ounces of strength I had left and put my very last bullet in his head.
Bro ended the mafia war.
I laid back, looked up at the sky, and pictured myself sitting at my son's wedding. Shortly thereafter, Lucy and Kyler pulled up in a car, and Jimmy Boy kissed my forehead. Love you too, Dad. As the police sirens were getting closer,
Oh my
I barely
gosh.
spoke. Go. He took one last look at me with tears in his eyes, got
Rams
into the
hat.
car, and drove away. I barely managed to wave goodbye as they went. And then it was like someone flipped off a switch and turned out the lights.
Wow, there you guys have it. That was peak fiction, bro. Subscribe to his story, bro. He's actually amazing. If you guys want to see more content like this, click this video here. That was peak fiction, y'all. Peak fiction.